How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. I'm sure you've heard of an HSA account, which is a health savings account from your employer. When I first heard of an HSA, I didn't pay much attention to it, mainly because I just thought it was for medical expenses. And so me being a young, healthy adult, I only needed, a couple $100 in my HSA per year. So I didn't really go all out and just max it out or anything. But did you know you should really max out your 401k matching first? And right after that, you should be maxing out your HSA, which is roughly $3,400 for 2017. Then you should go back to try and max out either your Roth or your 401k. The HSA contribution limits is actually separate from your 401k. Your 401k allows you to contribute up to $18,000 of tax-deferred money, whereas an HSA allows you to contribute an additional $3,400. So if you combine those two, you get a total of $21,400 worth of tax-deferred payments. Now here's a way to think about your HSA after you do one-on-one matching. When you put money in your HSA, it's really for medical expenses. So if you have enough buffer money in there, you can just pretend this is your medical expenses only, and whenever you spend stuff on medical, you do not have to pay taxes on it. So if you pay into this and kind of use this kind of like a buffer bank account only for medical expenses, therefore it means any kind of medical expenses you do not have to pay taxes for. This is a pretty good advantage. So let's look at what the requirements of an HSA account is. Over here, the contribution limit for a single person is $3,400. This is $3,400 more than the $18,000 you can contribute to a 401k, which is on top of that. So this is really good. You can kind of hide your money more in more tax deferred type of accounts. If you're contributing to a family, which is really for a dependent, then you can contribute up to $6,750. If you're 55 and older, you can contribute $1,000 more. In order to get an HSA account, you have to sign up for a high deductible health plan through your employer, which means it does have a high deductible, which means you have to be a healthy young adult, because if you have a high deductible, it just means you don't really plan on using the medical facilities all that much, and therefore your employer can pay into it and you just kind of keep the money rather than spend it on actual medical monthly fees. So it's a requirement that you sign up for a high deductible health plan, which may or may not be good depending on your health situation. If you do sign up for a high deductible health plan, you have to have a minimum deductible of $1,300 for an individual and $2,600 for family, 1 plus 1. The out-of-pocket maximum for the year is pretty high, $6,500. But if you're anticipating that you don't really need to use it, then out-of-pocket maximum isn't that big a deal. Plus, if you save up for a few years, you can easily pay for all this with your high deductible health savings plan. The thing different between an HSA and 401k, in an HSA you can actually withdraw from it as long as they're medical expenses before you retire. So right now, I can withdraw from it and pay for my dental, pay for vision or whatever, and it would be tax-free money that I'm spending. It's kind of like an FSA, flexible spending account, except it doesn't expire every single year. So really, you should leave this money in there and only use it for medical expenses. But if you withdraw it, you're going to have to pay income taxes on it because you never paid any in when you're putting the money in, right? Because it's tax-free. So when you take it out, you have to pay taxes, whatever tax bracket you are, and a 20% penalty right here. 401k only does 10% penalty, but this is okay as long as you pay for medical expenses with your HSA account. Generally, after you start an HSA plan, after you collected enough, maybe $1,000 or more, then you can start to invest it. You can take the money out from your HSA, put it in an investment account, and you can let that grow. So HSA is just not a kind of like a savings account where you only put cash in there and you only collect interest. You can actually take this money and put it in a stock thing, a fund, you can invest this money actually. Now we might wonder, what the heck qualifies as medical expenses? If you look at this list, it's pretty broad. Everything that has to do with your body is included. So let's just check it out. It includes everything you need to pay at the dentist, at the optometrist, your prescription, Doctor visits, hearing aids, and the battery that you have to pay for it can be tax-free. The non-cosmetic surgery, which could be very expensive, and it will be great if you put a lot of tax-free money and compound it over the years, and you're paying your surgery with this compounded money. Acupuncture can be paid with tax-free money. Physical therapy, alcohol, drugs, smoke treatments. Man, this is a really wide list. This is of course not an exhaustive list, but you get the point. It's a lot of medical stuff. So what's the lesson learned here? You may actually be signed up for a high deductible health plan already, but you may not be contributing all that much. So now you can rest easy that you can just max it out, peg it to the maximum, $3,400. I need to mention that your employer may actually put some money in for you, so you only need to make up the difference all the way up to $3,400. Now you can actually reduce your total taxable income by yet another $3,400, which saved you on taxes. So that's all for today. I hope this video helps you reduce the amount of taxes you have to pay. It helps you kind of streamline your investment accounts as well. Don't forget to give me a like on this video, comment down below. Let me know if you already max out your HSA. As always, you can contribute to my channel through my Audible link down in the video description below, where you can get a free book. You can also do it directly through my Patreon link over here. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.